Attention to details and the sense of premiumness can help you succeed in this competitive market. In Japan, just claiming to be the best won't help that much. Today we want to guide you to discover the Japanese consumer market. We prepared for you a collection of 10 factors that you will need to know for your marketing strategy in Japan. Point number 1. Western doesn't mean better. You might be tempted to assume that Japan is this highly westernized country with all the Starbucks and the McDonald's and the big Nike flagship store, etc. This is partially true. These are big brands, super well known and trusted by most of the Japanese population. But in general, Japanese consumers are much more selective when it comes to foreign brands that they accept. More often than not, customers will opt for domestic brands and domestically manufactured products. A lot of Japanese families are extremely loyal to a certain Japanese brand. I remember visiting friends that had so many appliances from the same brand because it's the one they trust the most. But we might identify a few reasons why Japanese consumers buy imported goods. 1. The item is not available from domestic brands. 2. Products are imported from a country that is famous for it, like wine from France or German cars, etc. 3. Items are cheaper from abroad, like the made in China products, for example. 4. They enjoy the exotic factor and appreciate the lifestyle aspect of it. 5. To show social status, with items and brands that are fashionable in other countries. Point number 2. Risk aversion. On Hofstede's Uncertainty Avoidance Index, Japanese customers hold one of the highest scores of all society, registering as high as 92 out of 100. Usually Japanese consumers prefer to spend more money on a certain good if they know it's higher quality or give them more value. For most of Japanese consumers, this is better than taking a risk on a product they don't know. Point number 3. The distrust in organization. At this point, we already know that Japanese consumers are more conservative than other consumers from other countries. Japan is also one of the worst countries in the Edelman Trust Barometer at 37%, second only to Russia. But if their trust in organization is so low, what are they looking at when they make a purchase? They look at their peer reviews, word-to-mouth recommendations, and anything more user-centric. Point number 4. Selective purchasers. In Japan, there is scarcity of storage space. What does it have to do with being a selective purchaser? Well, simply they don't know where to put the item they buy. So their lack of space also encourages people to buy fewer high-value items rather than multiple inexpensive items. This is why you will have to convince your audience of your value. Point number 5. Homogeneity and collectivism. In Japan, people are more naturally group-oriented than individualistic. And individuals might be a little bit more reluctant to take positions that stand out. If you ever traveled to Japan, you might have seen all the salarymen wearing black suits and shop staff following similar protocols when shopping. There is a strong tendency to adapt to the collectively shared standards. And this is also reflected on the way goods are consumed. This doesn't mean you have to target the whole Japanese population as one unique block of users. But you should try to get reviews in Japanese, well-known testimonials, and any other social proof that might help other consumers to feel at ease using your service or buying your product. Point number 6. Educated and well-informed population. Education is highly valued in Japan, and attendance of high school and college level education is extremely high. Japanese individuals have also been characterized as avid information seekers. Make sure you have all the relevant information available for your customers on your website or social media. Japanese users are very curious, and satisfying their curiosity is a great way to earn their trust. Point number 7. Aging population. I'm quite sure you know how Japan is famous for having an incredibly high life expectation. Not just that, Most of the purchasing power of the country is in the hands of the older generation. Depending on your product, but more high-priced luxurious items or services are best marketed to older consumers who are more likely to buy them. Adjust your campaign in Japan also considering this, especially if you have a premium product. Point number 8. Value of aesthetic. The food, the calligraphy, animation, the ikebana. Is it clear that Japan has a highly developed sense for aesthetic, rooted in its culture? You cannot improvise, and working with Japanese graphic design support can help you understand what consumers are expecting to see from your brand. Point number 9. Image-conscious users. Kinda connected to the previous point, in Japan, consumers search for items that can offer status and prestige as well as functionality. Attention to details and the sense of premiumness can help you succeed in this competitive market. Just be careful to not come out as an arrogant brand. In Japan, just claiming to be the best won't help that much. Point number 10. High expectation for quality. The quality of products and services in Japan is usually high across all the industries and market segments. Quality in Japan is not just craftsmanship, but also consistency in delivering a great product and spectacular customer service. Having these arrows in your quiver will make succeeding in the Japanese market way easier. We have more information and detail in our blog about the Japanese consumers that you can find in the description. Feel free to contact us through our website, also in the description. Thanks for watching until the end, and see you in the next video.